I miss Maverick. He was my friend. Better bring him back, please. You know, honestly, wouldn't be surprised if that happens to me one of these days. Would not be surprised in the slightest. I think I might need some WD-40 for this fidget spinner. Because honestly, it's a good spinner. I think it's just made of some like cheaper material. It should still be good. I just need to oil up them rollers. What are they called? Oh fuck, what were they called? Not rollers. They're like little balls that roll inside. That's what creates the rolling effect on like a cylindrical item. Oh man, I should know this, man. I have an engineering degree. I really should know some of this crap. Good soup. I need to make some good soup. Ball bearings. How could I forget ball bearings? How could I even as a furry forget anything associated with balls? God, man. I couldn't even least remember the name of Dangling Dandies. Couldn't even call him that. God, thank you, Shameless. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Also, hi, everyone. Hope you're doing well today. Hurricane! Is that actually something that's happening? I heard something. It was like weather alert something. Okay, Hurricane Katrina was a while back. That was also a very disastrous event. I don't know where this is going, but I have concerns. What are your thoughts on Nomad furry clothing? Nomad Complex has been like the most consistent furry clothing brand that I've used in a while. Not sponsored. Just they're good. I've tried to be sponsored by them, but they are not interested in working with me. Let me tell you that. Not because it's me or anything, okay? That seems implicative. No, it's not because of me. I don't think they're looking to do any like of the usual. What is it? Use this code at checkout, get this amount off, and then I get a cut from it because that's just too complicated. And you know, especially with the whole tariff thing going on. Okay, I could understand why everyone's trying to save some money and all that. But yeah. Also, I'm glad you enjoyed the new video. It is doing tremendously well. Kind of surprised because I thought YouTube would shaft it, knowing it talked about anything pride or gay related. So I was worried that it would be shafted algorithmically in the recommendations because it, you know, the thumbnail is just not. It says gay and like there's obviously nothing wrong with it, but you know how they be. You know, it's just. Pack it up, Skittle Squad. That's how they be sometimes. That's literally not YouTube specifically, but how companies are. I can't wait until July 1st where I can go on Twitter. I'm like, pack it up, Skittle Squad. But people are going to take that out of context and think that I'm being homophobic. No, I'm gay.
I'm actually random person incarnate.
Hello.
Snowy didn't like yellow snowy fluff.
Oh
so
no.
I'm moving accounts so that I'm not using that name.
Oh no. I mean, understandable. Understandable that Snowy didn't like the yellow snowy fluff. I mean, you know, yellow snowy fluff. P! That's what I would associate it with. But still, you know, I can understand that. Hope you're doing okay, random person. Thank you for the 3 months. Which is way more at this point, trust me, okay? The resub is probably for a lot more. Or maybe it should be. It definitely should be, because you've been subscribed for like a year or so now, I think, at the very least. Get a life jag, you'll be fine. Thank you, weirdo. You know what? I will be. I will be just fine, because you know why? Where's my model? There we are. Guys, okay, I gotta ask. Is my voice synced up with my model? Because before this, and that's why we took a little bit too long to get stream started, I was working on syncing up my audio to my video, because if you haven't noticed, with my face cam or with my webcam or my camcorder that I use, it's delayed ever so slightly, and I didn't know this was a thing until I started editing videos again, and I found a whole system where I managed to calculate the frames that I would need to sync it back up to the video versus the actual millisecond delay that I need for the audio. And so basically what I did was the camera's delayed, so I basically desynced every other bit of my like audio, my desktop capture, the alerts and all that, literally by 300 milliseconds, which is a lot. The fact that it's like give or take isn't that 5-second delay, give or take? 5-second delay for like it's 60 FPS for this stream. So yeah, that's like a 5-second delay. Jeez, this camera's cooking. Okay, look, I use this webcam and I hook it up to like a cam link through Elgato, and that's what I use to stream my webcam and whatnot. Granted, it's not really needed for VTubing stuff, but you know me, I like doing facecam stuff here and there. No, but we're not doing that today. I look fugly, and not because I actually think poorly of myself, but because I've been cleaning and working and haven't really taken care of my face or body today. But that'll be a later beta problem. That'll be whenever we're done today. But I hope everyone's doing well today. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Hope you've been having a good week so far. And hello, Cove the Waterhog. Theometeorological? Or is it the... Oh, it's the meteorological. Okay. I thought I sounded smart by being able to pronounce that name right for the first time, because I saw the whole THE and maybe an imaginary O there. I'm like, oh, this is some sort of like theometeorological thermodynamic thing.
We got a #1 victory royale. Yeah, Fortnite, we about to get down.
Get down.
10 kills on the board right now. Just wiped out Tomato Town. My friend just gone down. I revived him. Now we're heading southbound. Now we're in the Pleasant Park streets. Look at the map. Go to the...
I hate how delayed it is. But Cove, thank you for the 1,000 bits. I appreciate it. Especially for the Pride bits. That's very dandy. Thank you. I think I have my Pride life jacket here. Oh, there we are. Yeah, it's just hotkey 7 on my keyboard. Look at that. That's pretty cool. But yeah, thank you for the 1,000 bits, Cove. I appreciate that tremendously. Thank you for the Bezos pennies, as it were. Look, I know the title of this stream might be insinuative of like, Beta's turning into a shitty popular. And you know what? You're right. I've been there for a while now. This isn't news. You've been late to the party? Oh my god, go! One more. Get down!
Kills on the board right now. Just wiped out Tomato Town. My friend just gone down. I revived him. Now we're heading southbound. Now we're in the Pleasant Park streets. Look at the map. Go to the marked sheet.
Wait, that one played all the way through. Why did that one play all the way through, but the other one didn't? I might need to finagle with my stream alerts. That's next on my list. Because, see, I've been putting off fixing the metal pipe that keeps falling down in my room, you know, because I casually have a metal pipe hung up at my ceiling, just casually, you know. And, yeah, I want to get to it with fixing my stream alerts, making them a little bit more neat and nice. But honestly, I've just kind of been in the mentality of, like, I want to stream. Let's stream. Oh, I need to do this maintenance stuff? I don't really care. Let's stream because I want to have fun. Because the one thing that sticks out the most, at least in my mind for what I try to do, is just me yapping. The personality, I'd like to think. That sounds full of myself. Either way, hope y'all are doing well today. Thank you, Cove, for the 2,000 Pride bits. I appreciate that tremendously. I hope you're doing well. And thank you so much for your generosity with that. But hello, everyone. Welcome in. Hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday. No big plans today besides I want to show you the process of how I'm going to be scheduling. This is more of like maintenance day where I'm able to talk to you guys and yap and chat while I'm just casually doing my usual stuff in the back, which is scheduling Fursuit Friday posts, because I haven't scheduled them for this year. Remember how I had this project at the beginning of the year where I wanted to schedule each and every Fursuit Friday post for the rest of this year, so I never had to worry about posting something on Fursuit Friday. So I want to pick that back up to some extent. Granted, I don't really have any new innovative photos, to be honest. I'm really not that great when it comes to taking fursuit photos, and I don't really ask for too many unless it's for like the saucy AD kind, because, you know, that's just objectively more attractive, I'd like to think. But yeah, we're going to be doing that today because I have a whole playlist. I have a whole Google Sheets. I have a spreadsheet set up. I have a whole file and folder for being able to post these, and all I really need to worry about is the captions. So yeah. Browse FA, and I'm sure you'll find someone you like with open commissions. For art? I'm not really looking for art specifically. In fact, I gotta save money, so I can't really spend any money on art. All I can really spend money on is probably video editors and food. Yeah, food. That's really it. For a few minutes, I was like, why can't I see the Meteorological's name on Twitch? Did I do something wrong? Then I figured out, oh, hey, yeah, YouTube. Yeah, I do have the YouTube stream, too. Hi, everyone on YouTube. Hope you all are doing well. What's your favorite law of thermodynamics? Oh, I don't even know the names of them. Am I supposed to remember that? Am I supposed to, like, memorize that? Was that necessary? I like the one where it's where you basically equalize pressures, temperatures, PV equals nRT. You have, like, P1, V1 over nR1, T1. And then you have, like, the opposite, so that you had to equalize them, or like the difference in like what the volume or pressure or temperature was. Because N and R, I believe, are constants. N is a constant, and then R, I think, changes based on the environment or whatever. Actually, no, there is like one thing that stays the same, and that, like, if it's like isotropic, for example, I think it means like the temperature or the pressure or something stays the same. So yeah, I don't know. I have no clue. I have no clue what my favorite is. Whatever one gave me the easiest A in the class, because I sucked at basically every one of those classes I took. Thermodynamics, fluid mechanics, heat and pressure. I think there was a heat and... Yeah, that was heat. That was part 3. God, that was so rough. God. I'm glad I got the right professors that I did for it, so it wasn't a pain in the ass and I can actually learn it, but like, God... I don't want to go back to college, truthfully. I'm done. I've had that behind me, did my thing, and now I'm furry YouTuber full-time. For the better or worse, depending on how you look at it, which for me, with the video that I had to record yesterday, not exactly the best, let me tell you that. But we get through some of the bad to get through the good. That's really it. I want to be a storm chaser one day and look up tornado disrupting dynamics. You will be so confused. See, I don't know any of that. I don't even know regular dynamics in, like, perfect systems. Regular thermodynamics. I don't know. So I just have to hope for the best that I calculate it right, and then that's good. Okay. Okay, random person. Are you the Wish or Temu version of Beta? Well, it could be both. Honestly, with how it is, it could very well be both. I'm done with school. They gave me a diploma. I was out. Literally me. Like, I got a diploma. And, like, for me, I wanted to, like, kind of go to graduation. But honestly, like, they had it because I graduated during, like, primetime COVID. They put off our graduation ceremony till a year after, where the year after me, the class that graduated in 2021, got their graduation ceremony before my class in 2020 period. Just 2020 did. So I'm like, what? You're calling me back after everyone else before me has graduated? No, fuck that. And so I didn't go to graduation because they mailed me the degree. So it's like, okay. I never made use of it in the first place, so it's like, I don't know what to tell you. Literally, that was me tech. I went to school for all my childhood, throughout all my life, had pretty much everything kind of strung out for me and planned for me till college, and then after that, everything got disrupted, and now I'm here making my own decisions, which isn't necessarily the best, but we take it each day at a time. You know, we take it each day at a time. Look, if there's any good news to today, I uploaded a video, which you haven't seen, exclamation point vid, it's on the main Boodles channel, and the second thing I did is I cooked some more marinated chicken. You know that one that I marinated last Monday? Yeah, I cooked that up perfectly. Nearly perfectly. And then I had some rice with it. The only downside is I don't know how to make the rice not stick to the Instant Pot, no matter how much I clean it. And yes, let me tell you, I cleaned and washed that rice thoroughly. I didn't do the thing where I, like, filled the bowl and then I emptied it out. I filled it and refilled it and emptied it out into, like, one of those sifter things. You know, the funnel? Like, the drainer? Yeah, that's what it is, the drainer thing. Cove, thank you for the 5 gifted subs and the sub to the channel. I greatly appreciate that. Wait, are you a water dog? So if you're a water dog, does that mean you're a life jacket dog? Does that mean you're life jacket certified like me? Could be. I very much think you are if you're a water dog. But Cove, thank you so much for the 5 gifted sub and for subscribing to the channel. Can we get some life jackets and beta 8 hearts and all those fluffy, floaty emotes in the chat? I'd appreciate if you could. But thank you so much. And if you got a gifted sub from Cove, be sure to send them a big thank you. I wear a buoy on my neck, a little different. Oh, so you're like a Buizel. I like it. The amount of times I've been called a Buizel in VR is kind of funny. And then when my life jacket inflates, like all the neurodivergent furries come over to me and they're like, ha 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 ha, and then they start playing with like my big bouncy ball life jacket, and they're like, it's so fun. I love it. That's how I make friends. It's a great icebreaker when they're like, hey, why do you look like a Buizel? I'm like, I inflate like one. And they're like, what do you mean? And then I pull my ripcord on my life jacket and I go, whoop. And then they're like, oh. And then they come over to me and they're excited as can be. My skunk bat keeps getting called a badger. Honestly, that makes sense. I think it's just everyone has their own simple definition of what they kind of read a Fursona as without, like, guessing fully what the species is. So I guess that makes sense, you know. Guessing that your Fursona is like a badger or something that looks similar to it is a lot easier than being like, is it a skunk bat? Big bouncy balls? Yeah! Like the ball bearings. Guys, you want to see my ball bearings? Remember how Reef dipped his balls in soy sauce? I wasn't there for that. I didn't actually hear about it happening till like a year later, but I'm proud of him, honestly. If you want to know my thoughts and opinions on Reef Dunking. How could I forget? It's Dunkin' Donuts, New England classic. Dunking his balls in soy sauce, I'm proud of him. That's what you want. If you want to know, that's it. That reminds me, I want the fat chocobo card. There's a fat chocobo card. Okay, speaking of that, thank you, Trunks, for reminding me. Have you guys seen Chubby Lycanroc from Pokemon? I swear to God, Chubby Lycanroc healed social media for just a little bit. I swear, like, everything on social media with like Twitter and wherever I've been has been insufferable. When Chubby Lycanroc, the chonky Chubby Lycanroc, was like shown in the Pokemon anime and people started drawing him, oh my God, oh my lordy, it healed social media for a little bit because all you saw was just like the cutesy little fan art, the animations people were making of the Chubby Lycanroc friend. Okay, Chubby Lycanroc friend. That's it. That's it. I like him. He's a cutie. Look at my profile. You can see. Let me see. Hold on. I'll see if I can check it. I don't know if I can on the whole app thing, but I can see the profile picture. Oh, that was pretty cool. I don't think I can really see the buoy from that angle, but oh wait, no, I chose the one person. Never mind. I'm an idiot. Yeah, I still can't really see it. I'd have to go to the banner on your channel. But still, I trust you. I do appreciate the gifted subs, though, Cove, and your generosity. It means a lot. My Fursona is an Arctic Fox and a Shepsky hybrid. His name is Icebright. Hell yeah. Dunking your balls in soy sauce is crazy. I don't care what you say, that's crazy. Oh, it is. It absolutely is. I kind of want to do something similarly crazy. You know, I feel like that would be fun. But honestly, you know me. I'm so mellow. Unless I just forget to take my ADHD meds, it's just like, whoop! Also, hi Jay. Hope you enjoyed Maverick's feed. Anyhow, plan for today, guys. We're gonna schedule the Clout content for the Furry social media platform to get the Furry Clout bucks. And when I mean Furry Clout bucks, I mean quite literally just maybe some very annoying attention on social media. Because if I'm being entirely honest, I really don't care about validation on Twitter. I really do not. But I've been told that I really should schedule some of my Fursuit Friday posts, knowing I have so many Fursuit photos that I haven't even looked at, gone over, done. Oh, I haven't even scheduled any, or the rest of the, I guess, captions since, like, August. Huh. You know, what I could technically do is just take some of my old posts that I was supposed to do throughout the year and schedule them for later. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Let me see. So I have this whole... Oh my god, the spreadsheet's kind of freaking me out with how overstimulating it all is. There's so much going on here. I don't even know where to start with it. Oh, okay. When you try and pull the cord on your life jag and accidentally cook off the grenade on your vest? Oh. Well, that's a way to go. That's some way to go. That's some way to have an accident, an oopsies moment. Big oopsies. Let me see. What is going on here with this? Oh, well, why didn't I change... Why did I put the hashtags for the Fursuit Friday photos in the photographer credits? Okay, let me show you guys what I got going on so far. This is a whole separate thing. God, look, I know, not really the best kind of beta stream, but we do our best here. Okay. Let me see. All right. So, I don't really know what to point out here or where to start. But I remember I put together this spreadsheet to schedule all Fursuit photos, Fursuit Friday posts for the year of 2025. I know. Couldn't do anything more productive than plan ahead. Couldn't do anything more creative than just sit here and plan ahead. But I got something cooking with this. I don't exactly know what it was. I really have no clue. Let's see. So Fursuits, I ended up switching between Maverick and Levi. Did every Friday for the rest of the year. Yeah, this spreadsheet is supposed to just be like an easy copy and paste. I'm assuming it's because I wanted the photo in the drive, picture number in like whatever folder, the photographer credits, which I don't know why I have the hashtags here, which it kind of makes it a little bit more complicated to go through and copy and paste. Oh yeah, I forgot. I wasn't doing ats because that would bring up the at of someone who I emailed because this is Google Spreadsheets. Okay, now I'm remembering. Now I'm remembering how this works. This is a whole spreadsheet I set up to basically schedule every Fursuit Friday photo for the year of 2025 going into 2026. Because truthfully, I don't really remember to post my Fursuit Friday photos. If ever I do, it's usually a very last second thing. And I'm like, oh shit, it's Fursuit Friday. Well, should probably post something. And it's just as minimal effort as anything that I could schedule ahead of time. So I thought, why not put a little bit more thought into it? And make something that's a bit more tangible and easy for me to go through and post when I need to. Or schedule it all ahead of time so I never have to worry about posting it ever again. And that's kind of the plan today. It's too tiny to read. That is exactly the point. Okay, so how about we make it easier for you to look at? So, let's break it down. I'm very good at breaking it down and blowing up. So, this first column here. These are the dates for all the Fridays that occur in 2025. See, we have, give or take, 52 to 53 Fridays. Hence, 53 weeks in the year. Second column, I split it up to see which fursuit I'm going to be posting, and I wanted to flip-flop it every so often, be it Levi, Maverick, you know, just give both attention. You know, there's no favorites in this household, even though for a lot of you, favorites are Maverick and only Maverick. Picture number is supposed to reference in a folder that I have on my PC which set of fursuit photos I would post for that day. Photographer column D is just the at or credit to the photographer and credit to whoever else that I have in the fursuit photo. So like I have Russ here and then Nova who took the photo for me back in like April, even though God forbid I ever posted that fursuit photo post like February. Column E is the caption that I have associated with it.
Oh,
would fit for Twitter. Mainly fit for Twitter because it's supposed to be at maximum, I believe, 140 characters or something super short and sweet. Well, some of these I can't really... Yeah, they're a little bit long. But we work with it, you know. Worst case, we cut it off. And then the hashtags, I just copy and paste these depending on which platform I'm using. So if it's like Instagram, I use all of them. If it's Twitter, I use like the first three. Fursuit, Fursuiter, Furry Fandom, Furry, and so on. I just use the first three. Don't really spam the hashtags. Usually my grace period is between 3 and 5 hashtags. But this is the system that I had set up for scheduling Fursuit Friday photos. And honestly, I kind of want to do this like every year. Honestly. Doesn't this sound kind of genius? Like if you're trying to, and I'm not really making this a system for the sake of trying to get clout or validation on social media. I'm doing it because I want to consistently post Fursuit Friday photos and see, you know, like if it's worth doing, if it's worth all this work and whatnot. And, you know, I like showing off my fursuit and posting photos of it because I don't really post anything on Twitter or social media in general. So why not minimize my time on it by just posting all this? So that is why I have this system. But if you think about it, it really is kind of like a spreadsheet for a clout machine in terms of furry clout, if that's your drift. But for me, I really could care less. And honestly, I want less attention. So realistically, I'm only shooting myself in the back. I'm only shooting myself in the foot. Why did I say back? Why would I shoot myself in the back? How do I do that? I'm shooting myself in the foot with this. Okay, that's what I'm doing. But either way, sorry, I've been neglecting notifications. Thank you, Cove, for the 100 bits. I appreciate it. Thank you, Cove, again for the gifted sub. And thank you, Thomas, for this 46-month resub. I hope you're doing well, mister. Could we get a shout-out for Thomas and any mods in the chat? Please and thanks. Thomas, a lovely being, lovely dear friend, fellow streamer, big yap deer handlebar friend of mine, who I could yap on and on about whatever for hours and hours with. We've had many a talks at, like, MFF and fur cons and whatnot. So I hope you're doing well, Thomas. But please go and check out Thomas if you guys haven't already. Thomas Doby. I mean, you see it in the name. Thomas Doby. Doby. But yeah. How long does it take to make? Well, this whole spreadsheet took me like 3-ish hours. A lot of the hashtags are just kind of copy and paste because honestly, I really don't care to go above and beyond with the fursuit hashtags because hashtags are just eh. But the caption itself, I wanted to make it kind of original and fun. So let's see. I would have to post the Fursuit Friday photo for the 13th of this year. Feeling cute, might inflate later. What is this for? Okay, so I gotta go to my... Where is this in my file explorer? Is this in my stream video ideas? Where did I put this? Video projects, step 1. Schedule Fursuit Friday photos 2025. Okay, there it is. Oh, okay. So here is what we have for all of this folder. So this is literally a project for a video idea that I have where we schedule all Fursuit Friday photos of 2025. I have all these individual folders for which pics I'm going to take and post, okay? So what do we have? What was it? June 13th, which is number 24 right here. So I'd schedule this and post this to Twitter and other social medias. And it would be, what would the caption be? It would be on 24, feeling cute, might inflate later. That's literally the process, and then we just go through and copy and paste and schedule it. Which, honestly, I'd have all my Fursuit Friday photos scheduled up until after I get back from Awustria. Not a bad bargain, if you ask me. Inflatable arm flailing doggo, that's me. Not really an inflatable arm, but inflatable body. You know me. Make sure to open unknown stuff in a different screen. Oh, no. We gamble here. We gamble in this household, okay? We absolutely gamble. I mean, granted, all of these fursuit photos are safe for work at the end of the day, so... yeah. Or at least, more or less. Who really cares, you know? Who really cares? You going to the land of thins that want to kill you all the time? Like Twitter? Yeah, that's Twitter. That's what it is. I mean, that's where we go. We go to Twitter to schedule our fursuit posts, and that's it. But honestly, I haven't looked through the other fursuit photos that I've taken and gotten from other conventions, like in the last year or so, and schedule them alongside my other posts. So that's something that I'm gonna have to take a look at and organize, because truthfully, I'm just really bad at getting all my fursuit photos. Look, all of these are ones that you have probably seen before, but like, you gotta admit it works. You gotta admit it works at the end of the day. Also, hi Neon, hope you're doing well. My day's been pretty good. I did some cooking today. I did some cleaning. I gotta schedule, not really schedule, I gotta edit a rest of a video later or record it. I haven't decided on which one I'm going to do just yet, because I don't know if the recording that I did last night ended up good or not. So I might have to do a retake today when I'm a lot more mentally sound. And yeah, that's really my day. That's how my day be going. We care. Well, I appreciate it, Kinker. I mean, it's Twitter. Let's be real here. How many of you guys care about Twitter compared to what you're on right now? I gotta ask. Look, it's okay if be honest about it. No. Thank you. See? Exactly. But that is the plan for today. We just go through and schedule the photos and maybe make some more captions for the ones that I need to do. And maybe, who knows, maybe I could schedule some of the posts for later in the next year, because why not? Don't care for it, Sarmy. Sorry. See? Exactly. Twitter is Twitter. I don't care about it either. I just kind of go in occasionally to get insight about whatever it is that I want to post or get some get some questions asked or answered, rather. Like, instead of Googling it, why not just ask Twitter? Honestly, fair, Marky. That is exactly how I use Twitter, or at least I try to. Excuse me. But honestly, I feel like I could do well with posting a lot of my old fursuit photos and just scheduling them a lot better. Because, you know, I take all these photos and I have all these friends that take photos for me. I might as well post them. I might as well make some use of the effort that they've gone through to post photos for me, you know? Just got an ad that was the whole Bee movie. That's awesome. You're being forced to watch an ad. Someone else is being paid for you watching the Bee movie. Think about it that way. I wish that could be me. I wish I was paid to watch the Bee movie. Are you kidding me? That'd be great. I wouldn't be opposed to that in the slightest. Last time I used Twitter, my friends showed me a bunch of people dying. Literally, that's Twitter. The new thing that's happening on Twitter is the DM requests are a mess, by the way. Every time I get a DM notification, I'm like, oh, maybe that's someone reaching out to say hi. Nope. It's some bot account adding me to a group chat of like 140 plus people to send me a link that they want me to click on. And the fact that non-mutuals can even do that, adding you to group chats on Twitter, is insane to me. But hey, it's something that they still haven't fixed to this day. God forbid they would. So, yeah. Yeah, the Bee movie for an ad sounds like a four-leaf clover. You're absolutely right, Marky. Look, man, I'll post my Fursuit Friday photos. Look, the next step after this is to create a spreadsheet of all the furry art that I have gotten that I want to post to social media. And obviously the main one that I want to post is the one that me and my friend Rigby got. Which, let me see. Can I show this to the rest of the world without showing anything I shouldn't? Let me see. I mean, it's literally my desktop background. I don't think there's anything... Yeah, there's nothing here that I need to worry about showing. Yeah, you want to see what my desktop is? There you go. Yeah. 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 God, I wish that was me. Oh, wait, that is me. Well, I wish that was me right now. It's not me right now. It could be. It could be. But it's not. So I'm sad. Lewd? What do you mean, lewd? It's just your big werewolf doggo friend that, you know, just happened to find you in the middle of a spooky woods when you're both in life jackets. It's just what it is. What are you talking about? There's nothing lewd about that. Have you never had the event, the very once-in-a-lifetime event where you are in the woods in a life jacket and your big werewolf dog friend finds you in the woods and pounces on you and says hello, who is also in a life jacket? Come on. You're telling me that you have never had that event happen in your life before? That is a rare opportunity. That's rarer than a shiny Kyogre in Pokemon Emerald. Well, wait, I encountered one of those. And you know what happened? I thought my game was broken, so I reset it. Honestly, most shameful moment of my life. Because when I told friends about it, they did not want anything to do with me anymore. They were so mad about what happened, they stopped being my friend. Granted, this was when I was, like, maybe 6 years old, and I had, like, a sliver of, like, consciousness. You know, like, actual feasible consciousness. Like, my life had been on autopilot at that point. Have I told that story before? I'll tell the full story. How about that? You want to know what my first ever shiny Pokemon encounter was in any Pokemon game? Well, back when I got into the GBA games after Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, which was my introduction to the Pokemon series on the DS, I went backwards and started playing some of the games on the GBA, like Pokemon Fire Red, Pokemon Emerald, and when I got to Emerald, that was like probably my favorite game. I'm not even joking, my favorite Pokemon game of the lot. It was so much fun. So much goddamn fun. However, it got to the point where I wanted to transfer, or at least get the post-game, full-game, like, legendaries, like Kyogre, Groudon, Rayquaza, all the Regis, because in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, I learned that, oh, hey, that little temple at the North Point, you can go in and get Regigigas, but you needed all the other Regis. Where could I get them? And so when I got Pokemon Emerald, I'm like, oh, wait, I can do this to get the other Pokemon in this newer game. Oh, that's kind of cool. Let me do that. So I went through, caught all the Regis, pretty challenging if you ask me, and then I went on to like Groudon and Kyogre, which were also challenging, despite me doing everything in my power to dwindle down the health, to put them to sleep, to paralyze them, whatever it was such a pain. But it got to a point where after multiple resets of trying to catch Kyogre, the screen started after encountering him, and he was purple, and there was this sparkly star effect that went around him, and I'm like, purple Kyogre? This looks different. My game's broken. I don't want a purple Kyogre. I want the regular blue Kyogre. And so I reset my game without even bothering to go through the encounter or try to catch him. Which, keep in mind, I did have a Master Ball at the time. So I could have very well have used that on the purple Kyogre. Would have been the most fitting thing in the world. So I'm doing that, eventually catch Kyogre regularly, and I'm like, yippee, I caught the blue Kyogre, I'm so happy. And then I hung out with my friend the next day, and he's like, how has your Pokemon journey been going, Beta? I'm like, oh, it's been pretty cool. I've just been grinding out trying to catch, like, Groudon Kyogre. Kyogre, like, showed up once being, like, purple. It looked off. So, like, I reset the game, and he's like, you what? I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I didn't like the purple Kyogre. I just wanted the regular Kyogre. And he didn't say anything. He's just like, I gotta go home for the day. I'll talk to you later. And he didn't talk to me after that. And I still didn't know what I did wrong until later, where I learned, oh, that was a shiny Pokemon. Oh. Which, keep in mind, again, my dumb brain as a child, I did not know anything about shiny Pokemon. I did not know they even existed. I want you to know what my first experience was with Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. When I played through that goddamn game, I did not know that the PC box system existed for Pokemon. I thought when you got your Pokemon, you had your party of 6, that was it. You caught only those Pokemon in that run, and that was it. So I caught like 3 Zubat, and I had my like Turtwig and Starly and Shinx. And then I'm like, wait, what about the Bidoof? Oh, I guess I don't use it anymore. Well, I guess I can't catch Pokemon anymore or use the ones that I catch. And my dumbass for the longest time didn't know there was a PC system. So at one point when I brought my Nintendo DS in with my other friend to play through it, he's like, Beta, why do you have a Torterra and 3 Crobat on your team? And I'm like, what do you mean? These are the Pokemon that I'm supposed to have, right? And he's like, no! You have a PC box system. I'm like, wait, what? And then he showed it to me. I'm like, you idiot? And then I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't know about this. Like, genuinely, that is how dumbfounded and stupid I was when it came to anything Pokemon related through my youth. I was a very slow learner. So not only did I not know about the PC box system at first, but it took me a while to learn what a shiny Pokemon was, well after I had encountered a purple shiny Kyogre that I had no clue what it was. So yeah, that was my first ever shiny encounter in Pokemon. Full on legendary. And it resulted in me losing a friend that probably wasn't a good friend at the end of the day. Keep in mind, if he just stopped talking to me over me not encountering or catching a shiny Kyogre, like, sorry, dude, don't really want you around either, truthfully. But, yeah, he also kind of mooched off my stuff because he didn't have the other consoles. But that's another conversation for another day. Point being, that was my first ever encounter with a shiny Pokemon. Shiny Kyogre, and I didn't even know it was a shiny, and I was really sad. So yeah, that was my little story there, by the way. Kyogre Reclaim when only doable in Sapphire, Emerald, Soul Silver, and Sword and Shield. Honestly, if I ever do like a raw playthrough of Pokemon Emerald or something, I would be down to try and grind for a shiny Kyogre and try and catch one again. I feel like that would do me well in healing my inner child. I actually have another moment where I healed my inner child. I'll talk about that in just a sec. But Kate, thank you for the £5, sorry. I forgot that's pound, not euro. Thank you for the £5 super chat. I appreciate it. Favorite games with Anthro Pro Tags? I've wanted to try Kingsley's Adventure on the PlayStation 1 for a while. Probably Sly Cooper. I really liked the character design. The characters, the story was interesting, at least in the first game. The second and third game got, like, really weird for me. I thought it was kind of neat, but, like, the second and third game were super fucking long. They were, like, way too long, in my opinion. Like, it took, like, what, 2 to 3 hours for me to beat the first level or the first area and then move on to the next one. Which, keep in mind, you know, it means there's a lot of the game to go. But it just kind of... It droned on. It droned on too much for my taste. But that would be probably my favorite anthropomorphic game. Not even just furry related. But yeah, I love Sly Cooper. Honestly, even if I wasn't a furry, probably my favorite anthropomorphic game would be Sly Cooper. It was just so good. It was such a fun, unique game. It, like, the fan base and interest is, like, so kind of niche. I know there's people still, like, rooting for any sort of other Sly Cooper game to happen, but I don't think it will. But, oh well. Would you open a P.O. box? I have before, but they are kind of expensive. So, like, for me, trying to find the worth of it is kind of hard. However, back to the other story that I want to tell. In a moment where I healed my inner child. Remember when, through like COVID and lockdown, there was that whole Pokemon pack opening craze where everyone was getting all these super expensive, super old booster boxes and packs trying to get like the super rare ones? I even went in on that too because truthfully I was a little curious and interested to see what I could get. And then I remembered as a kid, I used to have and love collecting all these old Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I loved Yu-Gi-Oh as a kid. I still love it to this day. I still love it so much. And ironically, I'm learning how to pick up the game again, despite not knowing what the fuck a pendulum is. And still being so confused as to how the whole archetype and series works. But I remember as a kid, when I was watching the anime, watching like the Battle City and all the what is it, the Duelist monsters, like the Duelist Kingdom arc, I remember that Yugi had this ritual card for Magician of Black Chaos, which was just like a ritual summon for like a Dark Magician-esque card. And when I was a kid, that card was never printed in English. It was never an English printed card. And you could only get like a knockoff Japanese version of it. And so for the longest time, I had always wanted a Magician of Black Chaos. And so it got to a point eventually where when I revisited the series of Yu-Gi-Oh! Again, apparently they had done this like collection thing where they did like a gold edition or like a nostalgia set in like 2015. It took a good few years for them to print Magician of Black Chaos, apparently. Even for the sake of it being just a really pretty and cool card, especially if you're a fan of like the Dark Magician archetype. I remember when I had seen that and I saved up the money when I was, you know, during COVID and lockdown to buy that set, and I got Magician of Black Chaos in like the quality that I did, and then I sleeved it, or as I like to call it, card condomed it, and then I top loaded it, and then I looked at it and I'm like, oh, I now have Magician of Black Chaos. And I remember even just looking at the card, like thinking back to when I was a kid, yearning so bad for any sort of like English version of Magician Black Chaos, looking tirelessly, endlessly for something like that. And then I just was kind of taken back of like, oh, I felt like a part of myself was very giddy and excited, despite it being like, I just have a pretty card. That's really it at the end of the day. And I'm not really much of like a collector for really anything. I just wanted to have that card. And to some extent, I felt this like at ease giddiness inside of me. And I feel like that was me literally healing my inner child. Of like never being able to have that card or never being able to play that game because it was too violent or I didn't have the money for it or my parents wouldn't buy it for me, and I'm just kind of like filling the void of the inner child in me. It's actually it was very endearing in that moment. I still have the cards. I have a whole box of all the old Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon cards that I collected even throughout COVID and before that I have top loaded and collected and kept safe. So who knows? Maybe we'll see if they end up increasing in value in time. They probably won't, honestly. They probably won't. But, you know, it's just one of those where I'm just glad that I got to collect it and keep it. That's really it for me. Glad to hear from you. I do have to go to class for a job I'm trying to get. Have a great night. Well, good luck in the class. I know you just kind of got off, like, work and all that, and I can only imagine going from, like, work to a class or something is really rough. So good luck to you, Cove. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out. Please take care and get some good rest on your end. Thanks for stopping by, and thank you for the gifted subs and generosity to the stream. I really appreciate it. Fellow floaty doge. Floaty dog. Card condoming it is. Sorry, what? You are not wrong, though. I'm not! I call it card condoms because that's what it is. It quite literally is a card condom. It's keep the outside out and the inside in. Granted, even though a condom is supposed to work specifically for another thing, but that's a whole other conversation, okay? How did we get onto this topic? Look, this is what happens when I'm when I just kind of let things fly and let things go with wanting to talk about really anything. But you know, that's just what we have fun with here. We do this because we have fun. Aren't you having fun? I'm having fun, Chad. I'm having a lot of fun. Anyhow, let's switch gears and start scheduling some of these Fursuit Friday posts so you can see what the whole process is for what I end up doing with this. So, well, this works too. Okay, so we have the folder. So I need to schedule the Fursuit Friday photo for June 13th. Oh my god, it's Friday the 13th. I should have totally done a much better, like, caption for this. That is not what I wanted. 6/13. 6/13/2025. Yeah, that was the date. This, so I want to post Fursuit Friday photo number 24, which is this one. So I take this, and then I post it to Twitter. Oh, that's like the full quality image too. Jeez, this is like the one that's fended for me. Yeah, look at that. 14 megabytes. Look at the dimensions on that fursuit photo. Jesus. Made it careful showing Explore on stream. We will be fine. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I'm not going to click anything that I shouldn't, okay? I'm being very, very cautious and careful. Just ignore the other files named what they are, okay? We're not going to click on those. That's for another time. Later beta problem. We're not a beta problem at all. So what we pretty much do is I take the caption, feeling cute might inflate later, copy, paste. That's not supposed to happen. that is just not supposed to happen. But I did get the first part. You know, I'm sure I could probably set up some sort of program to auto-post these for me. Could I not? Maybe that'll be how I learn how to program. A system that automatically posts and uploads fursuit photos for me for Fursuit Friday. Do you think that could be a thing, or is that a way that I can get banned from Twitter? Because I don't think they really like it when you have automated systems, right? I kind of want to try that, though. Set up a system to be able to post my Fursuit Friday photos and have it loop back to the beginning for what I end up having for new photos. How the seed RMG normally works is that the game reads the real-time clock and puts it through 2 algorithms to have a pseudo-random number generated for seeds in Ruby and Sapphire. The code for using the RTC just does not exist in Emerald. What does that have to do with Emerald? Is that for like a shiny count? For being able to encounter shiny Pokemon? I'm curious what that all has to do with it, Elias. Oh, it does. Okay. So is a house a condom? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. If the card condom logic is what it is, a house is a condom. A house is a condom. Let's remember that for the raid message, okay? Can someone write that down? Remember, a house is a condom. What a horrible message to send to anyone who's streaming whenever we raid out today, which will probably be in like another hour, hour and a half from so or now. I know we're not really having a big extravagant stream, but I still wanted to stream today because I like talking with you guys, okay? You're a fun crowd, okay? I like your funny words, Magic Man. A house is a condom. How about this? We rephrase it. Remember, a house is a condom. Remember that? Write that down for later. Put a pin on it because we're going to use that as the raid message. What's a quote that we can maybe use for this? Because this is going to be uploaded on June 13th, which is Friday the 13th. Unlucky day. I'm going to upload this at 12 p.m. because school's out, baby. I forgot that school's out. Jeez. Maybe that's why my viewership is up. So sad. Yes. The perfect caption for any fursuit photo. Random technical jargon. You know what? I kind of want to keep it that... Can we? For the shits and giggles, because it is Fursuit Friday for Friday the 13th. Why not make it cursed? No, it's not working anymore. Hold on. There we go. That is abhorrent. You know what? Let's do it. Let's keep it. I think that is an awesome caption. Imagine. All right, so here's what we do. After we have the caption copy and pasted, we take the @ of our friend who did the... Should we include that too? Honestly, you know, it wouldn't be a bad idea. That's so data placement seems so... Jesus. Oh my god. So that's what I usually do outside of the stuff in between. Oh, whoops, I want to keep that. And then underneath it, I have hashtag Fursuit Friday, hashtag Fursuit, hashtag Fursuiter for the hashtag. So this is the whole system that I have from this. Copy and paste this, and this, these hashtags from this photo, and then I post it on Twitter and schedule it for the day that it's supposed to be. Pretty straightforward process. However, the problem is you have to figure out captions and the proper artist/photographer credits for 52 Fursuit Friday photos. So yeah. There's a YouTuber, I'm a Blissy, who explains it way better and actually made a fix for Emerald RNG. That's actually really cool. The fun little fact about that, I was watching some video about Shadow Pokemon shiny catch rates, or shiny rates for Shadow Pokemon in Pokemon Coliseum, where apparently you have to super manipulate the value or the range of some set of steps or frames in order for it to be the possibility that the Pokemon that you encounter is a shiny Pokemon. And the thing about Pokemon Coliseum Shadow Pokemon, you won't know if it's a shiny Pokemon until after you catch it. Until after you catch it, which is hilarious. Hilarious. Oh, man. But yeah, that's just some little fun little fact from what I was learning at some point. Either way, this is the Fursuit Friday photo for this Friday. I'm just having it be this. I don't know what the hashtag is supposed to be, but sure. Let's just keep it. It's cursed. It's June 13th. Hopefully this will be some insinuation that, oh, hey, this is cursed. So yeah, Fursuit Friday for this Friday, done. Now we can go on to the next one. For Levi. Oh yeah, Cody took this photo for me. Aw, I miss Cody. I love Cody. Cody's so cool. Cody's so cool. Oh yeah, I take these photos and then I post them. Okay, so next one. Take these two. That's why I put them in folders rather than labeling them individually as numbers for the pictures. Because sometimes I wanted to post multiple pictures for Fursuit Friday, you know? So that's what I do there. So what I do, same thing as before. Copy this. And then I paste it without all the stuff in between. Remove the crap there. I see you've been eyeing my life jacket. Want to try it on? And then I do a little heart. Ooh, maybe I could do without the quotation marks, and then we'll do that. Perfect. I like that. I like that. And then after that, we add the credits, which is just this, Coyote, and then the hashtags, which I feel like I should just remove from here and just copy and paste everything there, because this is supposed to be multi-purpose for posting between social media platforms, but I guess I did it so it's easier. Either way, at Coyote. There's Cody. We love Cody. Also, hi, Izzy. How are you doing today, hun? Cody, Odie, Delody. Look, one day we got to get Cody to try on Levi or Maverick, whichever one he wants to fursuit as, because I have worn Cody Yoda before, and I was very, very happy to be able to fursuit as him. It was just a lot. It was very hot, but I was really happy. I was really happy to get to wear Cody Yoda, because I love that Yote friend. I got to put him in a life jacket one of these days. The hashtag is the hex code of the text caller in the spreadsheet. Huh. Well, the more you know, Nugget. Thank you for the little TLDR on that. Look, I know nothing about, like, Excel or Google spreadsheets. I just kind of use the very baseline of it of, like, oh, hey, I want these two to go back and forth between the two. I just kind of hold shift, and then I pull it all the way down. And then it does that for the column. So, that's... I know a very base level of, like, spreadsheets, and then, like, equal sum, or, like, equals... div or sub. Sub, that's me. I don't know what I'm talking about, okay? But either way, that's pretty much the whole process for what we do, just scheduling Fursuit Friday photos and hoping that this system works, or if it's good or not. Who knows? Either way, we schedule this for June 20th at 12 p.m. Look, when you start to segment things and schedule them a lot better, you can get through a lot. Like, for me, scheduling Fursuit Friday photos has always been kind of a chore. I like doing it, but I always forget. So that's why I like having occasional catch-up days where, like, halfway through the year we schedule one half, and then the other half we schedule for the other half of the year. And then maybe we do the same thing with all the furry art that we get, so that the captions are about the same. Russ sent me a message on Telegram saying sizzling. Oh, right, I sent him a video of the chicken that I was cooking. Because I was cooking earlier today, and it was some pretty banging chicken, let me tell you that. I'm going to have some good food for later. Really excited for that. Watch me accidentally, like, post all these Fursuit Friday photos at once instead of schedule them the way I need to. Alright, this one, and then... what was next? It was after 25, so 26. There we go. Do this one. Oh, this is me and JFET. I love JFET. I miss JFET. JFET's so cool. And this was for June 27th? Floaty Adventure Friends being Floaty Adventure Friends. Literally, simple-ass caption. And then you copy and paste everything else from there. It really is kind of just as easy as you make it. Boom. At. Boom. And then you schedule that for the 27th. Isn't it easy? Isn't this just, like, kind of fun? I don't know about you guys, but maybe I'm just so keen on trying to make sure that I have things scheduled and organized to the best of my ability. So that's why I like stuff like this. I like genuinely scheduling stuff. I like organizing. So hey, if you like it when I organize stuff, you came to the right stream. Hey, I hope you're doing well, Izzy. I know I said hi earlier in chat. But hope all is well with ye. And we just keep going onward. Ooh, maid outfits. Do I post all of them? Maybe I do. You know what? I'll post the first one, the third one, fourth one, and then put it in order of how I want. Yeah. Just so it's easier to see. There we go. Decent-ish. You know what? Fair enough. I feel you with that. But I hope your day goes from decent to better. Or at least your week does, you know? It's always okay to have a pretty chill, pretty low-key day. Copy. And then at Talson, not that he uses Twitter anymore. Have you played the new Deltarune chapters yet? I haven't even finished Undertale. I've been thinking about doing a fresh start playthrough of Undertale at some point. Maybe do like a start to finish stream of that. Because, like, I did start it a little bit, and truthfully, the only reason why the playthrough was just kind of was because I let a lot of, like, the infants in, like, Twitch chat at the time, because I didn't make my streams, you know, for mature audiences, and didn't, you know, filter out that community to some extent. It kind of dampened my experience with Undertale, so that's why I want to start over with it, and maybe start fresh. So that's why I'm thinking, like, okay, you know, with Undertale, maybe we'll pick it back up and do a fresh playthrough, because I haven't played Undertale, I haven't played Deltarune, I haven't played chapters 1 and 2 or 3 and 4. I don't even know anything that happens in happens. I can't speak. That happens in Deltarune. So I'd like to give it a shot at some point. You should stream Undertale ending 1, then 2 and 3 each day. I don't think I can get through Undertale in terms of all the endings and playthroughs of it in a feasible amount of time to warrant doing it per stream or per day, you know? Like, I'd play a little bit each day here and there. Granted, I don't know how long Undertale is. When is this? July 4th. But, you know, maybe that'll be the next game we try. Of course, the only thing you play is Roblox. Same, though. Though I don't really ever play Roblox unless I've had to for a video. Maybe I should do that more. Maybe that would be a good decision for me. Play more Roblox for the sake of YouTube video. Either way, next set of fursuit photos. Maybe we'll do these. Why not? Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good. I want 1 hour, 30 minutes to 2 hours for normal ending. Really? But here's the thing. I'd want to get through all the dialogue. I want to interact with all the characters and understand the story. Would it still take about an hour or two? Huh. Well, that's the thing. I'd want to, like, explore the world and see what everyone, like, enjoys with it. Because, you know, I could just blast through the game normally, but I'd want to probably enjoy it for more. That's what I'd probably want to do. Oh, I love these, the interactive Beatty posts. Ooh, these are good. These are good. These are good for the algorithm. Why is the wagon so annoyed? You know, asking a question that anyone can answer. Because that feeds it. Anyone that answers it, like, oh, he's angry because he doesn't have his life jacket. And it's like, that feeds the algorithm. I hate that I know this and I'm saying this. And trust me, I'm not doing this for, like, I guess, greedy, personal purposes. This is just fun to do in general, not the actual, like, nature of posting photos. Where's Maverick? Here, happy. You know what? Oh, that's a funny one. I might actually switch it up. probably do. You know what, Izzy? Thank you. You gave me another good one. Where's Maverick? Here he is. Happy. There we go. I like that. Izzy, I like it. I like it. Thank you for the idea. Where's Levi? The follow-up. I like these ideas. You guys are so much better at captions and memes and shit posts than I am. Maybe I'm creatively burnt out. Who knows? 9-9. Alright. Pretty simple process. I could just go through and try and figure out some other captions that I want to do for these other fursuit photos. Wouldn't be a bad idea in the future. Because once I run out in July, I run out in July. And then maybe I figure out for the other photos that I post later from earlier in the year where I stop scheduling them and then pick back up for the rest of next year. So I don't have to worry about more Fursuit Friday photos. I don't know. Where's Big Weld? God, Nugget, you are taking me down memory lane. God, Robots was such a good fucking movie, man. It was so good. I loved Robots. It was such, like... It was kind of a lightning in a bottle to some extent. Like, there was no follow-up to it. It was just its own universe, an own thing that they created in that game. And you know what's interesting, too? The Robots game was actually pretty good, too. Like, there was, you know how they did a lot of those, like, video game tie-ins to, like, movies or franchises? Like, you know, the Ratatouille game. The Robots game I heard and played a little bit as a kid, it wasn't that bad. It was actually kind of fun. I might have to go back and try it because that actually sounds hilarious. Can we play the Robots game one of these days, please? Can you guys yell at me? Remember to yell at me about, like, playing the Robots game after we play through Undertale? That would be so much fun. I would love to try that. I would absolutely love to. What was next? Okay, wait, where were we? Shit. We posted that one. Oh, I get to post my photo with Doryu. I love that. We're on 29. See, this is why we have File Explorer open, because it means we get to, see these. Alright, cheek dot bros. Okay, remove the cell part. And then the dog. Where's Doryu? What is Doryu's? Oh, there's... Okay, there you go. That's easy. Then after that, Evan, Mau Mau. I miss Evan. Can't wait to see him again soon. I saw him a bunch and roomed with him at FWA. It was so good to be able to spend the time that I could with him. He's such a sweetie. I miss him so, so dearly. I would love to be closer to him. He's just such good energy to be around. I cannot miss the Robots game stream. Well, Table, it is your responsibility near the end of this stream to spam chat telling me, play Robots game, play Robots game. Now I am giving you a task, and that task you must follow through with. Otherwise, we don't get any Robots game, okay? I want to give it a shot. It sounds... Okay, hold on. Oh, hey, there's my video. Look at that. Check it out. Robots game is a twisted nightmare. You know what? How long is it? Oh, it's 3 hours? Oh, we could play through this. We could get through this easily. Oh my god. I mean, for the time, it looks pretty good. Will you play Hollow Knight Silksong when it comes out this year? I have not even played the original Hollow Knight. I don't even know if I would. Would you be down to do a YCH today? I had an idea I wanted to bring to you. I'd potentially be down depending on the context of this. But also keep in mind, I don't have any money, so this would be more like I join in for it if you wanted me to be a part of it. You know, that's really what it would be. But yeah, I'm down. But I hope you're doing well too, Big Cat. Big Cat attack, Big Mau attack. But yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to trying Hollow Knight at some point. Just haven't done it. But yeah, robots. I want. Okay, now you don't have to remind me, table, because now I have this tab open and I will remember. Oh yeah, robots video game. We gotta play through that at some point, and we will. Top tier indie game. Isn't like Hollow Knight Silksong one of those games that has been so elusive for years and then just casually has like gameplay footage announced in like a Nintendo Direct or something? Just casually, and everyone's like, what the fuck? That's what I know. It has like a cult following and everyone loves it, but just they don't they don't really post anything about it. Is there any like release date yet for Silksong? It's been for years now that this hasn't really been like, God, known or posted. When was the date for this one for Cheek Dot Bros? The 18th. Oh, look at this. We're more than halfway through the year. July 18th. Yeah. Cheek Dot Bros. Brown. Oh, I can't use a brown? Hold on. Brown. I'm gonna brown. I don't think we should use that with regards to this. Hold on. Black, and then I want to do a black dot. There you go. So we have a brown dot and a black dot for the different cheek dots we got. Oh, how about this? We'll do the dog. Wolf? No. Dog. Yeah, we got dog. And we'll do this one here, and then that one there. Oh, to show kind of like the photo. Cheek dot bros. Dog, cheek dog, dog. Aw. I love that. Wait, so Silksong is supposed to come out this summer? The game has only 54 seconds of the game? What does that mean? What does that mean? What is going on with this? What's going on with Silksong, man? Fucking crazy. Remember to hydrate, by the way. This is your reminder. I'm drinking water right now. Refreshing. Either way, Friday, July 18th. That's when the next Fursuit Friday photo is. Pretty good. Pretty good. We'll schedule that. Also, real quick, I want to make sure that I have these scheduled for the dates that I should. Scheduled. Okay. That's scheduled for the video that I have posted tomorrow on Twitter. Friday. Okay, we're pretty good so far. Haven't fucked up the 6 or so photos that we were supposed to, which is pretty good if you ask me. Also, is this view better? Would it be better for you guys to view it this way because you can see everything going on in the window rather than this? Or would you prefer this out of aesthetic purposes? I personally would go with this, but aesthetics is also nice. Aesthetic or no aesthetic? What's your preference? Because this works just as well. Also, what's up, Jynn? How you doing? Oh, the trailer is only 54 seconds of the game. That's funny. Also, hello, JT Husky fan. How are you doing? Also, how's JT doing? Since you're a fan of JT Husky, I'm sure you know what's going on with him. What's he been up to? How is he doing? Granted, in reality, I could literally just message him on Telegram right now, and he probably would get back. But it's more of a matter of, you know, it's more of the fun in asking through someone else. Like, what is their deep interpretation and understanding of it, you know? Because then it puts it on you and not on me. I'm really not making a good case for myself now, am I? Booty! Ryan Reynolds dunked on Silksong last weekend when Deadpool got a VR game. Why did he dunk on Silksong? Ryan Reynolds, why? Why dunk on Silksong? He knows how sacred that game is. He knows how secret. Well, maybe he just is a big nerd. Maybe that's it. The wagon is pondering. What is the wagon pondering? You doing well? Good. That is good to hear. I'm glad that you're doing well. Just copy and paste this and Fursuit Friday. Boom. I do need to get some more fursuit photos to be able to post for Fursuit Friday, because these are good. Don't get me wrong. I love these. It's just I could always get more. I haven't worn Maverick in a while either. I look a little less rotund, and I don't have those fugly fucking shorts going on in this photo either. So, you know, it's a little bit better. Also, I don't want to crop it, because I want to have the copyright of my friend in the photo too. You know, don't want to crop it out. Just want to give proper credit, even though I already am, you know. Either way, this is for July. July 25th. Alrighty. Also, you have a good night too, Blinky. Thanks for stopping by. It's so weird to see that, like, YouTube chat has been, like, more interactive. Okay, this is gonna sound really weird. This is gonna sound really weird, and I'm sorry if this sounds so weird, but it's not supposed to be, like, any offense to anyone chilling. I'm assuming everyone is just kind of lurking and listening to me while I'm streaming, because that's kind of the vibe of what I give off, okay? I just saw this as an observation of, like, oh, wow, I'm, like, interacting with chat, but a lot of the messages are coming from YouTube, when a lot of times it's vice versa. It's, like, the opposite, where a lot of times you see, like, the interactions coming from, like, Twitch chat rather than YouTube, which there's nothing wrong with. It's just more of, like, oh, that's interesting. It's just an interesting observation, you know, to see everyone from, like, YouTube chatting compared to Twitch. But I know, like, viewership on Twitch is more just naturally, because that's just what it is. But I'm assuming everyone's just kind of lurking and chilling. Second monitor stream? Exactly. But yeah, you know, that's just more of an observation that I found of, like, oh, that's kind of neat. I like that. Also, I should probably just put this in, like, right here, just so it's easier for me. Yeah. Just went to bug Amlic for a bit. Oh, Amlic! Is he playing more Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth? That's another game that I want to play through again. I miss the Digimon Story games. They were so good. How's Amlic doing? We love Amlic. He's a good soup friend of mine. I miss him. I can't wait to see him again soon. Hopefully. Asking someone how some other person is doing is literally just the telephone game. We should do that more as human beings. Exactly. Just instead of say hello, ask other people to say hello. Oh, he's playing Expedition 69. I see. That's a game that I want to give a shot at some point. I should probably give it a shot, knowing that it is on the Xbox Game Pass, and I could very feasibly get that. However, it's just more of the matter of just getting it and going through with it and dedicating to a game, which for me is very hard to do. You know that. And also, I'm afraid of French people, so there's that too. I'm scared of the French. I'm one of those kids where when you see that red, white, and blue flag, you go, ah! The French! And they just cower in fear. All right, we're already done with the fursuit photos that we already have scheduled so far. Yeah. So we got to do the rest of these. So we have from 31 onward. Oh, wait, no. Huh? Oh, 31 being the picture number. Okay, that's different. Okay, that's easier. And this would be fursuit photos for the rest of the year. And we have it currently for these sets of photos. What was I going to do for the caption? What would be a good caption for these photos if I were to show them, chat? This. I'm really bad at captioning, or at least right now I am. Also, have a good night, lovely. Thank you for stopping by. You gonna play Oblivion? I was honestly not really a fan of, like, the medieval style, like, Skyrim games. So, like, I don't know if I'd ever play Oblivion or, like, Skyrim or anything. But if they do another Fallout, I'll definitely do that. Fallout, for me, abso-fucking-lutely. Give me a gun. Like, honestly, give me a gun. I don't really care about bow and arrows, because, like, I like the idea of it. But, like, when I played Skyrim and got, like, a bow going, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Wait, I'm going to run out of ammunition quick. So what would end up happening was I'd go over to the body, I'd loot the body, the arrows that I ended up putting in it. And I'm like, oh, I like this process, but I also kind of hated it at the same time. So that's why I ended up dropping the game. Just give me a gun. Just give me a gun in, like, VATS lock-on, and I'm sold, okay? In fact, I kind of want to, at some point, do, like, maybe a Fallout New Vegas modded playthrough. Because I heard that they did, like, the Fallout New Vegas, like, England or the UK mod. Wasn't there, like, a whole project that they were doing where they wanted to add a whole new different world with dialogue, with a new area, with a new story for the modded scene of Fallout? Fallout London, that's what it was. I want to try that. If it's still a thing. If it ends up becoming a thing. You know? If it ends up becoming a thing. Also, for this fursuit photo, this was taken by... I think Nova took these. Yeah, Nova definitely took these. If these have, like, the file names, like, they took all these photos for me at FC. So yeah, that's what makes the ad of this easy. Nova Fluffy Husky, Fursuit Friday, Fursuiter. See, that's what makes this easy with going through this little, I guess, spreadsheet and trying to figure out the captions. The hard part for me is the captions. Assuming you have the Hearthfire DLC, you should just be crafting your own arrows. See, that's also work. I don't know anything about Oblivion. I might give it a try at some point, but again, I'm just more like in tune of like, give me gun, give me Fallout New Vegas. I grew up on like Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas. That shit was awesome. It was so cool. I do get the appeal of the other worlds with like Skyrim and Oblivion and Morrowind for Cody, who adores Morrowind. But not like, maybe I'll give it a shot. Maybe I'll be hooked on it. Maybe I'm just wrong. I like you were talking about Skyrim, Rihanna Oblivion. You got to just hit those stores and buy arrows from everyone. Yeah, that probably makes more sense to do. You actually organize and schedule the Fursuit Friday photos. Honestly, kind of smart. I started earlier this year, and I really wanted to with making my my process of scheduling fursuit photos easier. No, something fell downstairs. Well, guess someone's breaking in. Goodbye. Good luck.
Maverick's feet.
Maverick's feet. God bless Moon for making that happen. Yeah, I do schedule and organize some of my fursuit photos. It's just, we're at kind of like a roadblock now where I don't know what to caption for the rest of these. And granted, I only have like 20 or so to caption for the rest of the year. And I do want to schedule these, maybe if not tonight, then throughout the rest of this week. However, it's a process. So yeah. Fallout London has a one-click edition on GOG, so I'm guessing it's out. I'll have to give it a shot then. I just remember it was in, like, developer hell for, like, years. And I don't know if there was something because of what Bethesda did with, like, modding or, I guess, copyrights or something. But, yeah, they ended up being in development hell, and they didn't know what would happen after that, and then ended up coming back. So, I don't know. Thinking of captions for a video or post is so freaking hard. I usually just go with whatever sounds right. Yeah. It's usually the best option, but for me, it's a lot of... It's very hard.
I had a dream last night. When I woke up, I remembered it, but just a moment ago.
Would you say captioning photos is on par with coming up with video titles in terms of difficulty? See, video titles are a lot easier for me because I've trained myself to some extent with making YouTube videos and like recording them in general. My first thing is always thinking of a title and like what the potential thumbnail would be, because with YouTube, it literally is judge a book by its cover, the website. So you need to actively be thinking about that in order to even have the video be considered good in the first place, because if people don't watch it, they won't know if it's a good video or not. So for me, my thought process is always thinking of the video and title, the title and thumbnail rather. So that kind of comes naturally. I can get how it can be hard to pick and choose which one to go with, because I'm always thinking of multiple. But I'd say that this is a lot more challenging because, again, I'm not accustomed to scheduling Fursuit Friday photos or thinking of something quirky. I'm not quirky, you know? I'm just on par with following the algorithm. That's really it. You know, maybe I'll just do something chill. Is the eyelids. Most about my fursuit for Levi is the eyelids. And especially how do you spell sassiness? Is it just one S? Is sassiness even a word? Am I just going crazy? Probably overcomplicating the caption, though. Good to see you again. You wanted to check in is all. I'm probably going to work. Yeah, no worries. Thanks for stopping by, though, and hanging out, Riley. Maybe I could do something more chill. When he gives you this look. No, you know, I could have just simplified it. So much more could have simplified it. And this look. And this look. And this look. I went with something kind of quirky. What do you do when he gives you this look, and this look, and this look, and this look? With all different ones. Because it's all different poses. I like that. We're going to go with that. That's a cutesy little idea. And here's what we do so we make it easy. Copy and paste here. And then... oh, wait. Hold on. Shit. And I can just do... yeah, that. Perfect. Oh, and that's so much easier. And then you copy and paste this. Boom. Then at Nova. There we go. Tire Beta, you're yawning an awful lot. That's because I stretch my body too, so it kind of invokes me to yawn. Invokes me to yawn? Oh my lord, I cannot use my fucking words today. It's one of those days, guys. See, I'm stretching right now. You know what I probably need to do? I need to get one of those like foam cylinders to stretch out my back more. Doing daily stretches in the morning would probably make my life so much easier. I think I'm going to do that. I think that would probably be good. If anyone has recommendations on where I can get one of those foam cylinders that I can do stretches on, please do let me know. Probably, I'm assuming I can get one from like a Dick's Sporting Goods or something. Or like a Target in like the sports section. There's no way that they don't have just like foam blocks or like stretching exercise balls or something there. I'll see you later, Tab. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out. Appreciate the support. But yeah, that should do it for Fursuit Friday post for August 1st. Look at that. Also, howdy. I'm assuming your name is Quibbly. Is that how I pronounce your name? There's a 7 there. That's a cute little name if that is. Quibbly. Howdy there, Quibbly. Meowdy howdy to ye, even though I am not a cat. I just like saying meowdy howdy. It's just a cutesy little thing. Meowdy howdy. Meowdy howdy howdy meowdy. 12 p.m. And this look, and this look, and this look. Boom. So I got all Fursuit Friday photos for August now. What about the next one with Mavwick? 32. Maybe you could do some caption for like ready for the beach in summer weather with Maverick's favorite life jacket. Don't know if I captioned that already before. Has your day been beta? It's been pretty good. Honestly, pretty good on my end. Kibbley or Keebly. Oh, it's kind of like Kimbley, but without the M. You know, like Kimbley from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Kimbley was pretty mean. Have you seen Full Metal Alchemist? Oh my god, you should. Kimbley. What day specifically? I don't know yet. I still haven't even figured out my trip for Megaplex, which I probably should. It would be a good idea. Oh, I should probably book my flight soon. And organize my my room situation, because I don't know what's going on with that. But yeah, Kimbley, the character in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. So it's Kimbley without the M. Kibbley. Hello, Kibbley. I even let a couple streamers call me Quibbly. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. I like that. And also, literally, the caption or credit for this fursuit photo is the same as the last few. Sven Fennec. Let's do at least one more, and then I think we'll backtrack and see which Fursuit Friday photos we haven't posted so far, and schedule those throughout the span of next year, so that our life is easier even going into next year, you know? So, yeah. Boom. All right. What do we do for the caption for this? Beta Ada Delota Gamer? Is that the It's Jaw Gamer? Hi, Gamer. How you doing today, Gamer? Guys, can we get a shout out for Jaw in the chat? Any mods here? We got a shout out for the at Jaw. The at Jaw. I hope you're doing well, Jaw. How's your evening going? How are things going on your end? How are the wife and kids? How's life? Are you staying life jacket? Are you staying life jacket like everyone else is? Are you I'm scheduling Fursuit Friday photos for the rest of the year. That's what my plan is, literally. I'm ultra mega gaming, okay, Joel? That's our plan today, and I'm just trying to figure out the captions for these. Look, I'll figure it out in time. I'll consider it. I'll think about it, but truthfully, I'm just really bad with captions. I'm just good at posting the photo. Maybe I could, for the meme of it, just post, like, Fursuit Friday number 32. Maverick in a life jacket. For the meme. Fursuit Friday number 32. Maverick in a life jacket. Putting on a life jacket. Okay, you know what? We'll do it for the meme. Maverick looking confused from the back in a life jacket. Maverick sticking his finger in his mouth in a life jacket. Maverick. Maverick. No, don't crop it. Maverick posing happily in a life jacket. Fursuit Friday number 32. Oh my god, man. You know, why not? I can't think of anything for this. I don't really want to even do something quirky. Let's just have it be fun. have it be a little self-aware. We love a little bit of self-awareness in our lives, don't we? I'm a little too self-aware. That's my problem. Too many Fursuit Fridays to plan, man. I know! You know, realistically, I could have just taken this and done it in bits and chunks and pieces here and there, but no. I decided to do it all at once because this is what ADHD does to you, okay? You decide, and this is what I do. I decide, you know what? It's 11 p.m. at night. Let's clean the entirety of the downstairs bathroom. One of those sketchy product names that aims to tag every search possibility imaginable. Maverick life jacket, floaty mascot costume, wolf dog, white life jacket, animal. You know what? Maybe that'll be the next one. Just like to have it be one of those advertisements for like a fucking eBay scam fursuit. Hashtag feet. Yeah, we'll do that. Wait, hold on! Hold on! Why is this the second option? Why? Twitter? Why is this the first option? Twitter, I'm on my main. What the fuck? I'm not even into feet. What do you mean by this? Why couldn't it just be like feet nails or just hashtag feet? Why is this the first option? What's going on here? Maybe I'll just, I'll leave hashtag feet, because why not? You know what? Have people question it. You know, when I posted that photo of Monty in my life jacket and we pretended that he was pregnant, I put hashtag mpreg. You know, why not? Sky's the limit on this one. I have another stream, guys, so I'm gonna head out. Be here next time, though. Stay life jacket. Thank you, Mint. Hope you have a good night. Thanks for stopping by on your end. Make sure to get some rest and hydrate, and don't do what I'm doing. Don't schedule your Fursuit Friday photos. Make it all so special and fun and magical, because that's what this is about. I think. I don't know. When the fuck is this scheduled for? August 8th. There you go. Does anyone actually, like, take Fursuit Friday seriously anymore, or is it just kind of like one of those, oh, people post Fursuit photos? Like, does anyone look forward to it in the sense of seeing all the Fursuit photos, or has it just become overrun to some extent? Oh, I forgot the period. There you go. Filling all the character limit for this tweet. Beautiful. All right. Well, that about does it for that one. Honestly, when I'm feeling more creative, I think unless this one's easy. I know I'm kind of lazy. I'm like, oh, I don't want to think of these caption ideas, but very well I could think of something for this. Well, I could think of something very simple, like Snoot. You know what, we'll just go with something simple. That's actually quite easy. Also, have a good night, Zoe. Thanks for stopping by. Did you catch bait in 4K? Maybe. I mean, feet? Why not? Dog. And then you just take the Fursuit Friday from last time. Oh, wait, shit. I'm just going to copy and paste that. Yeah. Okay, there's that, and then Nova did the ones for this one, so just kind of copy all this, and then paste, and then yeah, and then yeah. Beautiful. August, I think it's 15th. Yep. At 12 p.m. Also, hi, Bizarre Nest. Hope you're doing well. Good to see ye. Snoot. Look at that Snowy Snoot. I miss Snowy. I hope he's doing well. I know he's very, very busy and doing stream stuff, but would love to see that be. And I feel bad that I didn't see him at all on Ferality. Granted, I didn't really do Ferality. And that's a whole talk for later, too, by the way. When we do get to it. But yeah. At some point. Let's see. So that one's good. So the next one. Surely we can't come up with a caption for that. Get on your knees, puppy. I'm gonna hate myself for this, but you know what? Why not? Get on your knees, puppy. Arf. This is so bad. It's so bad. But you know what? It's probably going to be the most banger Fursuit Friday post I've had in like months. Hold on. Why is the delete not working? Oh. Oh. Copy this. Yeah, there you go. I love it just flip-flops between Sven and Nova for, like, the fursuit photos. That's funny. Boom. Alright. Wow, look at this! We're thinking of so many other captions for this now that we got the ball rolling. Isn't that crazy? Didn't take long for that to happen. Usually I struggle with this stuff. Get on your knees, pup. I don't know what's wrong with me. There's something up there that's not right, but I just haven't been able to figure that out. Surely I'm not the problem. Crazy. How about this? We'll schedule at least one more Fursuit Friday photo. And then, honestly, I think I'm going to wrap up stream. I'm getting very big EP, and I know if I stream too late, then it's going to fuck up my schedule with getting what I need done. I can't do that. There's the Mpreg! Oh my god! I told you! One of these was coming up! The Mpreg photos! Me and Monty. That is fucking wild, man. Which one looks better quality-wise? Probably the second one. And then this one looks better. Yeah, okay. That is crazy, man. Oh my god. Hope you keep up with the child support. We're expecting... We're expecting him soon. And then where's the red one? Yeah, red heart. We're expecting soon. You know what's gonna happen? I'm not gonna tell Monty about this. I'm gonna completely forget what happened. I think Dutch. Oh my god, Dutch fucking took the photo for this. Jesus. What if I do a happy face? There we go. So much love. That is crazy, man. Alright, this... I think... Yeah, Dutch Wolfie. Dutch Wolfie. There you go. And then I just copy and paste this, and this goes in here. Copy that. Congratulation! I love that. Oh my god. I could hear fucking... What the fuck? Where's Dutch's at? Did he change his at again? Oh, it's Dutch Wolf. Dutch Wolf. Little baby Dutchers. Yeah, he's a little baby. He's an infant, a child. Too busy playing League. That's what he's doing. That's the last time I saw him. He was playing League of Legends. Like, actual League of Legends. So, you know what? Unbelievable. We're expecting soon. There you go. August 29th. Oh, wait, shit. I was going to change the hashtags of this. Like Mpreg. It's a boy. Hashtag fursuit. Hashtag it's a boy. Hashtag Mpreg. I think this is gonna go down in history as the worst fursuit photo and caption ever. Where's Wolf? Oh, god damn it. This is why I hate the fucking Wolf. Oh, Twitter is so complicated. You couldn't let me at properly. Monty Cases. At least he's playing League instead of Deadlock. Hey, Deadlock is better. Deadlock is objectively better. It is objectively better. Don't you make fun of me for me and my Deadlock, okay? I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem. What problem? There is no problem. There is no problem here. What do you mean? Who's a problem? I'm not a problem. Alright, I know it's been kind of a short, fulfilled stream, but I think I'm gonna wrap things up here. We're gonna get some rest here and raid on out to some other fella who might be live. What was the raid message we had before? what was it, like, remember, a house is a condom. You know what? Let's raid Jake. Jake will absolutely love that raid message. Let's go and raid Jake with that. Let's raid the Jake Werepanther. Jake wait, I can't read. Oh, at. Let's say Jake Werepanther. Let's do that. Remember, a house is a condom. And then whatever emoji you would like. How about we do the blushing Levi emoji? I think that has that's got some aura to it. Let's send that. Go and send your love and support to Jake Werepanties. He's a good friend of mine. He's doing his community night in VR chat stream thing. So go and show him some love and support, okay? He's a good dude. But yeah, either way, that's gonna wrap things up for me. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. I greatly appreciate all the love and support. I know I kind of dropped the ball on the schedule for the stream today, but that was also because I was just busy trying to do other stuff. But again, I just kind of got to figure things out. I can't just like be like, oh yeah, I'm busy. Even though I am busy. Can't really say that I'm busy. You just gotta do the thing. That's it. But either way, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I appreciate the company. Y'all have been so lovely. I'll probably try to be live on Friday, if not for a cooking stream, then for maybe some like VR shenanigans, or maybe we play Undertale. I don't really know just yet. But we do have the robots game that I want to play through at some point, and that apparently is a 3-hour bonanza, so why not just get through it? Why not get through it and give it a shot? So that's what we'll probably do. Either way, I'm going to get going for the evening. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Appreciate y'all lots.